It all comes down to worship for all of us. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. This is part number 2 of our 5-part series, Precursors, looking back in history to understand what's going to happen tomorrow. God has gifted us with the prophecy to be able to know what he's going to do by what he's done. And Revelation 13 is a powerful book that shows us that now the decision that each of us makes will have a corporate or a group or even worldwide implication. In Revelation chapter 13, beginning in verse number 1, I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. The beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were as a bear, and his mouth was like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all, notice the word, all the world wondered after the beast. There is a reality of groupthink, but ultimately, in the eyes of God, every individual within a group makes a decision. And the Bible is saying that because of these individual decisions, that ultimately, they're going to be the same ones that a lot of people make. In fact, all of the world, outside or apart from God, all of the world without the seal of God, from Revelation 7, Revelation 13 tells us they're going to follow the beast. This beast is a power, and it's a power that has enough authority to influence everyone in the world and what they're going or who they're going to worship. Now, Revelation 13:7 goes on to say, it was given unto him to make war with the saints, to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. If any man hear. Did you see that last part? It says that all the world is going to wonder after the beast, except for those who are following the Lamb, those who are in Christ. But notice ultimately, while the world is following the beast, while a few are following the Lamb, it says in verse 9, if any man have an ear, singular, man, singular, ear, singular. That means that individually, everyone's going to make a decision. That's why it all comes down to each of us who will worship. But in the end of time, it's going to come down to what all of us decide to do. And that's why we want to hold on to Revelation 14, verse 9, where it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man, again, it's an individual appeal for all people, worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, that same man shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. This is real, and so is the decision. And guess what? So is the opportunity. Don't focus on what the group is going to do. Yes, the majority are going to follow the beast. But if we make a decision personally today, just as binding and just as closed as the decision to follow the beast is in Christ, our decision to follow the Lamb, just as binding, just as closed. I would even say it's even more sealed. My decision to follow Christ is sealed by the blood of the Lamb and his decision to save me.